So when I say NFPA 3000 guidelines, what I'm actually referring to is Active Shooter Hostile Event Response, or A.S.H.E.R, because we all love acronyms, we got to make sure we get that one in there. As our capabilities developed over time, it wasn't always done collectively or in unison. Law enforcement was over here doing law enforcement things, firefighters were over here doing firefighter things, EMS was over here doing EMS things, and all those other community partners that I mentioned earlier, we weren't even inviting them to the discussion. And while some good things did come out, we probably didn't make as much progress or as fast a progress as we could have made. So I definitely think moving forward, having NFPA 3000 guidelines is going to help unify, expedite, and improve our capabilities. Some of the things that we were able to accomplish were very big, talking about tactics, talking about command structure and things of that nature. Some of the things were very simple and small, but had huge impacts. And a simple example of that would be common language that we use when we're responding to these incidents. If we were talking about describing a building, law enforcement would say side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. Fire service would say Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. And our federal brothers and sisters were using color codes. So just think about that for a minute. We've got all of these different entities responding, talking different languages, trying to convey a message to one another using different descriptive terminology. Maybe not the best way to go about doing that. So NFPA 3000 got together, and that was one of the simple things that we hashed out, was that we were going to go with the incident command, NIMS compliant language of using Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So moving forward, that's how we're going to talk about buildings when we're doing these things, if we're all operating under these standards and guidelines. So good stuff there. There were about 40 different partners at the table when these discussions were going on, reflective of all of these professions and these community partners that had been left out of the conversation prior. I'm not going to be able to name off all 40 off the top of my head, so if I leave you out, I apologize, but just to give you an example that this was not dominated by law enforcement or dominated by the fire service, specifically from law enforcement, you had the FBI, Department of Justice, Homeland Security, National Association of Chiefs of Police. From the fire service, you had the National Association of Fire Chiefs. You had National Association of EMTs. You had the American College of Emergency Physicians. You had the National Volunteer Fire Council, all right? From labor, you had both the FOP, Fraternal Order of Police, and the IAFF, International Association of Firefighters. So you've got command and you've got rank and file at the table as well. Because again, those two don't always talk the same language or come to agreement. By getting everybody at the table, taking the time, working through it diligently, we were able to come up with a unified plan moving forward that's going to make us, again, more effective, more responsive as these incidents come about. And I think our professions are going to continue to rise to those occasions in a unified way.